Tell me down in the description box the valid reason as to why you do not eat pork. And today we are making some pork with some kales, and I'm going to do this as a one pot recipe, and I hope you're going to enjoy. So with me here I have my list of ingredients, and of course I have my pork that has been cubed. I have some salt, my kales, and these are just some collard greens that have been chopped also. I have some cooking oil, some onions, garlic, ginger, some tomatoes, and finally I have a seasoning cube. And without further ado, let's get started. So today we have another simple recipe, and once my pan is hot, my pork had some fat, I'll start by rendering it, and that simply means letting it cook in its own fat. So I've cut the pieces of pork that had fat, and I'm going to let this cook so that it can release its own oil. Before we can go in with our next ingredient. So this will take about 2 to 3 minutes thereabout. I'll just keep turning and I'll be back once it is fully rendered. So you can see our pan is oily. You can see all this fat. So at this point you can decide to throw this away, but I do not mind them, so I'm just going to let them continue sitting here. And just like that, we have managed to save some cooking oil. I'll go in with the rest of the pork. I'm going to cover this and let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. So this is about 5 minutes later, and you can see our pork is doing quite okay. I'll give it a couple of more minutes. And as you can see, our pork is looking very beautiful. It has started to turn golden, and remember, pork doesn't take really long to cook, so it is almost ready at this point. I'll go in with my ginger. Then I'll also add in my garlic as well as my onions. Now that that is nice and fragrant, I'll go in with my tomatoes. Then I'll sprinkle some salt on my tomatoes so that they can dehydrate a little bit fast. Then I'll cover this and I'll be back once my tomatoes are well broken down. Then it's at this point I'll go in with my kales. And remember, we have not yet added any salt. Then I'll go in with my seasoning cube. Then I'm going to cover this and let it cook. Then once it reduces and I know the exact size, I'll be back to add in my salt. So I'm just going to taste for salt. This is perfect. I'll add just a pinch. Then I'll give this about a minute and this will be ready for serving and tasting. And how easy was that? So this is ready for serving. As always, remember to salt your avocado. And I've served mine with some ugali, and let's dig in. Wow, legit. This is a good one, a very good one. And we have not yet even tasted the avocado. And as usual, we have to taste the whole combination. Some avocado, some pork, some greens, and this. that's pretty much it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I also hope you're going to try this recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.